Because of the length and tangents involved in this video intro for Fridays with Steven, also known as Memoirs of a Lunatic, the following information has been chopped into 10-minute segments. We are buying him a stopwatch and a clue. Stat.
Scene change. Alright, well, I think I'm going to try my first attempt to actually start discussing some things. I actually didn't plan on things turning out this way, but, you know, that's what makes it great. I guess that way, you know, you can kind of get a sense of what I'm talking about when I say some random discussions. This is one of those times. I just got home from work. Obviously, you can tell from my facade and/or current demeanor. Had quite a few to drink. That's normal. This is just a prop. I didn't have any Guinness, unfortunately. Just a lot of regular beer, and it makes me sad. But don't worry. If you haven't tuned out already and you're still sticking with it, good for you, because we're going to be on a particular ride that talks about what I think pertains to everybody. Go figure. Highly original response from everybody. By the way, nasty habit, don't pick it up. That's not product placement. This is product placement. This is not product placement. They're good for me, bad for you. I don't know how much tape I have left, but in all honesty, I think what I want to talk about is mask. Everyone, no matter who you are, no matter how outgoing you are, wears a mask. Now, before you write me off, and that's the easiest, when you sit there and say you've been drinking and stuff like that, the best thing to fall back on is like, well, I was drinking, and people immediately write it off. I don't go by that philosophy, but if you want to, that's fine. Anyway, I'm not doing this to be cool. It's a nasty habit. By the way, side note, when it's a black and mild, everyone inhales. No one ever, you know, simply, anyway, you know what I'm talking about if you are. If not, don't worry about it. It's meant for everybody. Mask. I had this various speech with a couple of different people, many people in my lives. Most strangers, but a lot more so with friends. Do the math. Most cases, everyone wears multiple masks. And what I mean by that is there's a barrier of yourself blocking your true self. There's your true self, and then there's your outside demeanor towards other people that reflects your true self on some level. This is not new knowledge, you know what I mean? These are probably based off of old, you know, archetypes, philosophies, all that. But let's just talk about it here. By the way, I'm sorry for the outfit. Work was hell today. Anyway, moving on. Let's get back to the subject. I think it's something that radiates with most people. I mean, think about yourself right now. Don't look at me like just some random dude talking to you. I mean, I am some random dude for most people. But in all honesty, we all have a mask. At least one. At least. Most people are social chameleons. I can play multiple masks, like a spin wheel, you know, happy face, sad face, you know, whatever the mask entails. I'm oversimplifying. That probably won't make sense. Apparently I describe things. But whatever, you're along for the ride, so you better pay attention. I think it's one of the reasons why I'm not going to go into it now, because it also has to do with dreams, something called a shadow self. I'm not going to go into that. That's a discussion for another time. But when you find somebody who can pierce this mask and not be a dick about it, you know what I mean? Not say, you know, they can actually do it in a way that's like, yeah, I'm calling you out on your bullshit, but you know what? I understand it. And you find that, and most people, that's what we're all really asking. We're really asking ourselves. We put up these fronts, we put on these masks, whatever they may be. This is very general terms. I'm pretty sure, and it's a smart move on my part. Pat myself on the back. Haha. I'm so vain. Hence why this is broadcasting. On the most part, you know, we really just want someone to pierce that mask. At least one of them. And at least touch base on our true selves. Not everyone likes to. I mean, I'm one of them. I don't like people to see that truth part. Even this is kind of an act, but touches on, you know, some real stuff. And by the way, you probably would notice the absence of Hugo right now, because he would distract me with his hooping and hollering. You don't know who Hugo is yet. You'll find out if you keep watching. Crazy ass monkey. Is that a racial slur? Or am I talking about a real monkey? You won't know unless you see. Plug. Piercing that mask, man. And if you're on the opposite end, you're the one that pierces that mask. I come to the I'm not going to be able to say words correctly, so bear with me. If you've seen a lot of these, then you'll know. In general, I can't say words correctly. There's a certain condition for that, but don't worry about it. When you're the one and that pierces that mask, there's really no empathy for the empathetic. I've come to realize that. But if you're in that certain circumstance, and when someone does, it's cool. You can coexist on some level. I mean, that's really what we're all looking for. On some basic human level, it's one of the same basics. I'm not going to go into the theory now. I have a whole diagram. I don't know if I want to show it yet. I have a whole diagram on this. Yes, I'm a loser. I have a diagram on it. I'm jumping all over the place, but really. At least find some person that you don't have to show the mask to. You'll keep showing the mask through thick and thin if you're resilient enough. Even when someone pierces it, you'll still put up that one of those masks. And if the one fails, you'll go to another. That one fails, if you have a backup, you'll keep going. But if you have one, it breaks through. You know people like this. You do. You know a lot of people like this. By the way, I just want to point out, randomly, the Celtic Trinity is engraved on this table, which is kind of weird. Side note, moving on, before I lose my place. I already have, but I'm going to bullshit and think I didn't. Oh, man. I'm telling you. I'm not the first one to come up with this stuff. Hopefully I'm not the last one. I doubt that I would be. You're all thinking the same damn thing. I'm just one of you guys. Same ones. I just happen to be vain enough to recently found an outlet for it.